Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast today. Something very interesting came to my mind, and I decided to talk about it today. We live in a patriarchal society, okay? We have men that hold power. It has been the norm in our society, not just in our society, it's common in a lot of countries worldwide. And now, as far as Pakistan goes, as far as our community and society goes, I believe it has been my experience that although majority people are very welcoming to women, I appreciate the fact that most men are open to seeing women succeed, to achieve great heights. But sometimes we do end up coming across people who I would like to call misogynists, okay, because they openly show their hatred for women. And I want to in today's podcast, basically, I want to talk about this because I feel a lot of women out there face this problem, especially in the working environment. Uh, at least I know in every organization there has to be one man that has very negative sentiments towards women. Those kind of things के why आप किचन में अच्छी लगती हैं, आप काम क्यों कर रही हैं, मतलब और औरतों की तो बस की बात ही नहीं होती है ना कि हम कुछ ऑफिस के काम कर सकें या हम कोई चैलेंजेस ले सकें. वी कांट accomplish anything or we cannot come to the top. You actually come across at least one man in any organization that feels like this. Even if he doesn't express it, he has it deep down in his mind. Then again, there is this concept of sexism. So I decided to talk about the difference between misogyny and being a sexist. Okay, because I the purpose of doing this is to help men out there who feel they have this problem. I would call it a problem, to work on it and become better as people, because it isn't a healthy sign. It isn't something they should be happy about. Yes, our Islamic values are there, but there's a very thin line which they always tend to cross and become either misogynists or sexists. But it's not a healthy thing. And let's talk about the difference between misogyny and sexism, okay? Now, you see, sexism means prejudice against a particular sex. Even women can have this problem. Even women can have this problem of being a sexist. But in my podcast right now, I'm talking about men that have this problem. And the reason why I want to talk about it from this angle is because in the next podcast, we're going to talk about feminism. So, first of all, let's address this issue about the difference between sexism and misogyny. Okay, sexism, I've explained, it means having disregard for women. When you act out that disrespect for women that you have, or disregard for women, when you act it out, as in you openly express it by discriminating between men and women at a workplace or even in your personal life, that's when you become a misogynist. So sexism means disregard for a gender, okay, and when a man or a woman basically becomes very prejudiced about it and expresses it through his actions or her actions, it's misogyny. Both men and women can be sexist and misogynists, okay? And it all comes out because of the patriarchy in our society. Men have to be at the top. They are always the head of the family, they're the head of organizations, but it does not give them the right to maltreat women or to deprive them of an opportunity to make their place in the organization. उस पे टैग लगा दे कि ये तो कर ही नहीं सकती, ये तो छुट्टी लेती है, ये तो ये करती है, या I can't work with her because she's a woman. जब काम होगा तो वो नहीं कर पाएगी. Yes, of course, women have other responsibilities. Every woman that is working will definitely be a mother at home, a wife at home. But do you know that women tend to multitask better than men? We have that supreme power of multitasking that most men do not have. Men can do one thing at a time, women can do multiple things at a time. Scientifically भी proven बात है ये. There's no need to argue about it. Okay, so in this podcast, I just wanted to talk about misogyny and sexism, or a sexist attitude, and discourage it very strongly because it's not something people should be proud of. Whether you're a man listening to this podcast, whether you're a female listening to this podcast, stop it. And it's really, really sad when either, and in most cases, women in Pakistan face this problem. You hardly see women maltreating men. I have never come across that kind of situation. But I have first hand experienced this problem in which I have worked under men who just cannot stand my succeeding, or cannot just stand the fact that I pinpoint certain things that they cannot. as a digital marketer. It becomes a professional jealousy kind of thing. And something happened recently, which is why I felt very distraught about it, and I thought I should address this issue. And I will make the next podcast on feminism and what it is all about. And it will be a podcast discussion with Sadia. So just stay tuned, and I hope you listen to the next podcast. Have a nice day.